will bring to the Iraqi people food and medicines and supplies and freedom.
When we were first starting the reconstruction, there were 500 ways to do it wrong and 2 or 3 ways to do it right. What we didn't understand is that we were going to go through all 500.
I was chairman of the National Intelligence Council.
I was the director of strategic policy.
Rumsfeld called me and handled humanitarian affairs, reconstruction.
I had been to Iraq 8 times. I knew what the facts on the ground were.
I had no personnel. We had no phones for a while.
I don't think we can do this.
The president had already made a different decision.
There are volumes on how we should do this. And almost none of this was integrated into the Pentagon's thinking.
We watched our careful planning essentially discarded.
There wasn't enough time, but maybe for the next war.
The Americans were not acting as the police. They didn't know the streets of Baghdad. They didn't speak the language. It was a free-for-all.
There was absolute lawlessness.
We're in a transition period.
Stuff happens.
The Iraqi army was essentially standing there, waiting.
The Iraqi army has been disbanded, and I was floored.
You had huge ammunition dumps that weren't guarded.
I'm standing there watching these insurgents pull out rockets and mortars and bombs, and the U.S. say to you, we just don't have enough people to cover it.
We never had a single armored Humvee while we were in Iraq.
Why don't we have those resources?
You go to war with the army you have.
We don't have enough troops.
They'll be back there for their 5th, 6th, and 7th tours of duty.
Last contract I ever signed with the government.
We produced a first national estimate on the state of the insurgency. The president called it guesswork. The president hadn't read it.
Life could be lousy, life could be okay, life could be better.
If democracy cannot provide for the Iraqi people, people will say, to hell with democracy, we need strong men.
There are nights when I don't sleep very well.
I just can't hold my peace any longer.